Hey, what's up guys? It's River Stump here and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, this is the perfect time to stay tuned because I am starting a new short lifespan legacy. As you might be able to notice, in the front yard there is 2 brand new Sims that I have created and I am pretty excited about. So let's get right into building them a house. This is going to be their starter home. We, as mentioned before, are on short lifespan and I did actually add some lot traits to this house. I don't believe I showed it, but there's like gremlins, wild foxes, quake zone, and I believe another one that I can't remember, so you'll have to go check out the Let's Play and see what those are. Now, the roofs are definitely the hardest part for me. I'm never sure what way I want them facing or, really how to do them, which I feel most people do struggle with. I still consider myself a new builder. You can check my channel to watch me grow in the progression of building. The first house was definitely a struggle and it is getting easier from there on up. So if you're not sure if you can build in The Sims, definitely give it a try. You can only get better from your first house. So I am just kind of adding that on. I wasn't sure how I wanted to do the back of the house with those 2 little side random pieces. But I think I figured it out and got there in the end. So yeah, that's kind of how it's looking. I knew I wanted to go with that cottage core kind of look, but also keep it modern because I designed my Sims to be kind of modern. I want to go for like younger teen mom vibes that have now grown up and is moving out of the house. Obviously in the country, real estate tends to be cheaper, so we're doing the cheaper real estate, which is exciting. So you can see me kind of adding that on. I wasn't sure what other siding I wanted because I wanted it to match and be nice, but not stand out. So I'm trying to figure it out. And I decided maybe I just don't like the door. So I do end up changing the door. You'll see that in just a minute. You can see me playing around with the roofs. Absolutely hated it. Went back. Yeah, didn't like it. Here's why I changed that out to try and make it a bit easier on myself. But yeah, I'm desperately trying to figure out what I want. Now, this Sim, Leah, the mom, hates the color blue. Normally, I would just slap blue siding right on there. But where she doesn't like blue, I tried to avoid the color because, it's her house in the end, and why would she buy a house that is blue if she doesn't like blue? So I changed it to kind of some withered shingles and gave it some trim. As you can see, the trim is sitting really weird on that side, so I just extended it to the whole roof. And here's me changing that door, thinking maybe I don't like this door. So I swapped it out for a more simple one and then did actually go with the cottage living brown windows, which I think turned out really cute. As you can see there. Now I did want to go in and figure out the floor plan to get an idea of what I want. I did extend that out a bit more just because it was going to be so tight in there with a sink and a bathtub and a toilet. So I fixed that up and you can see me adding in the doors. I wanted the kitchen to be in that back half and I wanted the living room to kind of be more near the front door. But you'll see how I kind of go around and figure that out. I went with this beautiful light wooden kind of withered floor, which I think absolutely fits the vibes of like an old remodeled house, as well as I went with the cottage living kitchen counters, which I think are adorable. And I ended up going with the cottage living fridge and stove and then just a basic sink. Now, if you've seen some of my speed builds before, I love putting a window right behind the sink. So of course I did that and just stuck that on in there. And then I swapped it out for 3 smaller ones. I was going to look for a different color, but you know what? The yellow girl on me, she doesn't like blue anyways. So I added in a trash can, as I normally always forget trash cans. I don't know what it is, but I can never remember them. I wanted a nice dining room table that kind of matched that light wood tone. So I ended up going with this kind of older styled white one with these chairs that have the green and white cushions, so they don't seem super out of place, but definitely still an older style chair. For the living room, I wanted something cute and cozy, so I ended up just going with this love seat and then a table that also matched the kind of cottagey old refurbished style we're going for. Obviously the couch is much nicer and so is the desk, but you know what, you build up with what you have and you can only swap out furniture every once in a while. So I really wanted rugs. I know we don't have a lot of money left, but that's okay. Every house needs a good cozy rug. So I decided to splurge and throw a couple in there. I don't know if it's the wisest decision now that I actually have played with them, but you know what, it is what it is and it's fine. I also realized I didn't put a mirror in the bathroom, but there is a mirror in the bedroom, so at least they have a mirror, but we'll definitely be adding that in later. I decided to go with yellow for her bedroom, and then I went with a purple for the kids' bedroom. You'll see me kind of start swapping out the beds here. This one fit perfectly with the theme. I threw in a little desk wardrobe, and then I went with this cute little bed for her, and then added in a dresser. I did actually make these bedrooms smaller because they were so big. I was just having a really hard time filling them with the limited money we have. As you can see, we only have $957 left, and definitely not a lot of things. We haven't even put windows in. So I did originally do that for her bedroom, decided to put the windows in so at least we had them, and then moved that bed over. And I wanted end tables but couldn't decide what ones, so I ended up going with this cheap ones from the high school year pack, which I think, you know what, turned out great. The bed's from the high school year pack, and so is this, and honestly a lot of the decor is. I was gonna do this yellow one, but I didn't like it, so surprise surprise, we ended up going back to the high school year. Now this house isn't very cluttered. I usually like to do quite a bit of clutter in the house, but you know what, we just really couldn't afford it. So here I am throwing some really cheap stuff up on the wall, and you can see me start to run out of everything. I really wanted a computer, so I splurged on that as well. And then I went around to the outside, and I really wanted that window to be center with the roof and stuff, but it just wasn't looking great. So here's where I kind of moved that in a bit more to just create less space. And there's me trying to fix the window as best as I could, kind of to make it in line with the roof point. I think it looks fine. I don't know. Let me know what you think or what you would have done. Now for some decor, I typed in some debug stuff and got right to town. I did build this in spring. Sorry for that loud sound. It was my cat jumping from the window onto my keyboard. But anyways, I did decide to build this in spring. So everything's dead. I didn't know this. Fun builder tip is don't build in the spring. Because you can't see your landscaping and it all looks dead. But that's okay. We made it work anyways. Threw some plants out front, and then I threw some cute little decor items around, like these window baskets and a few plants. And yeah, it's looking really nice. Look at how cute those things are. I love the cottage living debug. I think it is absolutely perfect. But I really wanted a picnic table for outside, so I placed that in, painted in a pathway, and we are finishing up here. So if you have liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up and check out that cottage kind of short lifespan gameplay that I'm going to be doing. I'm pretty excited, and hopefully as we go we can kind of throw in some horses here and there because that pack will be coming out soon. So excited for that. But yeah, we're just throwing in some terrain paint, just adding the finished touches. Of course, I forgot to put a garbage can outside, so I'm just selling some things to throw that outside, and we are all done. I hope you have a great day. Bye!